Funny thing about ghosts, they don't always belong to the dead. Sometimes they belong to the version of you that never left. I thought time would bury everything, thought enough years would close the door, thought old roads would lose my tracks and not remember anymore. But some nights I hear footsteps in places nobody should be, and every time I turn around, it's another version of me. The one who still believes in old dreams, the one who still wears old blame, the one who stayed inside the fire long after everything changed. And I swear I see him moving right at the edge of sight, like something I outlived, never actually died. He still knows all my old habits, still talks in the same old tone, still visits when the house gets quiet, like he never found a home. He asks me if I'm really better or just hiding differently, asks if all this moving forward is only survival dressed neatly. And I hate how he knows every place I still break, 'cause old versions remember every promise you didn't make. 'Cause some things don't become memories, and some parts never leave. And sometimes what keeps haunting you is what you still believe. My ghost is still alive, walking through these midnight halls, showing me old photographs I forgot I still recall. My ghost is still alive, he still wears my face, turns quiet into questions, and turns distance into space. My ghost is still alive, and he still knows my name. I spent years trying to silence him, thought healing meant goodbye, thought surviving meant becoming somebody brand new in life. But one night I stopped running, sat down and let him speak, and underneath the bitterness, he sounded tired and weak. He said, I stayed because you left me back in places you outgrew, and every year you moved ahead, you never brought me through. And suddenly I understood why the nights stay long. You can't abandon old versions and expect them to move on. So now I don't call him a ghost, and I don't treat him like a curse. I just let him sit beside me and tell me what still hurts. Some nights he still appears, but not to pull me down, more like somebody checking in to see if I'm around. And slowly what felt haunting started feeling less like fear, 'cause maybe what survives still deserves to be here. 'Cause healing ain't replacing, and peace ain't becoming new. Sometimes healing means bringing yourself through. My ghost is still alive, but he don't haunt me now. I but I finally understand. He never wanted my future, he just wanted my hand. My ghost is still alive, but so am I. For everyone still carrying an old version inside, for every heart still wondering if something in them died. You are not unfinished, and you are not too late. Sometimes old ghosts just want a place. My ghost is still alive, but tonight I let him stay. Not as something I escape, but something I acknowledge anyway. My ghost is still alive, but he don't own this road. 'Cause I finally learned you don't heal by leaving yourself alone. My ghost is still alive, and maybe that means I am too. Maybe ghosts aren't dead things. Maybe they're old parts still waiting to come home. Funny thing about ghosts, they don't always belong to the dead. Sometimes they belong to the version of you that never left. I thought time would bury everything, thought enough years would close the door, thought old roads would lose my tracks and not remember anymore. But some nights I hear footsteps in places nobody should be, and every time I turn around, it's another version of me. The one who still believes in old dreams, the one who still wears old